General Manager Don Sweeney, your philosophy displays itself in the way players play, the players you've selected along with Bruce Cassidy and the staff to be on this team. 37 different skaters during this season. And again, tonight, next man up. Chara can't play. You plug in John Moore, who's been on the pine for a while. He just does fine. What does this say about the integrity of your organizational plan?
Well, it's not really about the plan. It's about the depth. It's about the players themselves accomplishing the goal that they set out to accomplish. I mean, Johnny Moore in his defense, he's dealing with some stuff. He's not 100% healthy, but it doesn't matter. You know, it's his turn. He steps up, and I think that's one of the mantras of our group overall. And the coaches believe in that. Obviously, you've got a pipeline in the same belief in the Providence system. When those kids come up, they're prepared to play and step in situations and take advantage of the opportunity. And we've preached that from day one. If the opportunity is there, if you're the better player, you're going to get a chance to play. Our leadership, it obviously starts with them. And I'm very proud of the group and how they lead each and every day. And it's why our younger players have really accelerated their own development.
The Bruins went through a little bit of a dip, missing the playoffs twice in a row. They were able to rebuild on the fly. Pressure on the varsity roster from Providence, as you alluded to. Bruce Cassidy and his staff, a really nurturing environment that players weren't afraid to play and occasionally make mistakes. What is the chemistry of this team? Because it's so unique between the young players who are getting their first whiff and older guys who've been there and done that.
Well, again, it starts with our leadership group, but it really is a coaching philosophy as well. You know, Bruce has a long-standing history of trying to find a way. You know, some nights in the lineups in Providence, he didn't know who was going to play. He would just go to that man and say, hey, it's your turn. And I think he's instilled that in each and every one of our players. You know, he's a great in-game coach. But really, our whole staff is committed to it. We've been committed to implementing younger players, and we made a promise to our veteran guys that we were going to get better, that we had committed to you know, filling in gaps. David Back is a great example of that, to bring in the leadership role that he has, to take some of that responsibility off of some of the other players so they can focus on their own games. And it's all part of it. You know, you like to think that you've scripted it, but it's not a script. You know, you have to change on the fly and adapt, and but the players deserve all the credit. You know, obviously the coaches fall in line with that next, but you're proud of the group.
Coyle, Johansson, the off-season addition of Halak. These guys came to the team, and the team made them feel like they were part of it, and they performed, didn't they?
Yeah, no, they deserve credit. There's no question that our group welcomed them. You know, we've got a pretty strong community feeling in that locker room that they'll welcome. And then, you know, the Johansson thing with Marsh, a great example. You know, him looking forward to playing with him, and Marsh reaching out right away. And that speaks volumes for our hockey club and the people that they are and the character that they are. So, you know, we try to do enough research that we feel that we know who we're bringing into our locker room. And obviously, we try to be target-specific in the players. You know, Nordy's a great example. Wag's a great example. It doesn't always work, but, you know, you hope you're doing enough behind the scenes. And all the people that I have an opportunity to work with every day, they don't get enough of the credit, but they deserve it.
Well, you can feel the integrity of the organization from the top all the way to the bottom. There's no rank. When people are called upon to lead, they're ready to lead. When they have to follow, they're ready to follow.
Well, I mean, obviously we get tremendous support. The ownership, you know, gives us everything we possibly need. You know, obviously Cam is very supportive, so unfortunate in that regard. And now you can instill that through your organization. And really, we've just had a mantra to how do we get better? You know, walk through the door and how do we get better and lean on each other as a result of that. When you make mistakes, pick each other up and move forward. There's no pointing fingers. There's just an accountability. Own it, move forward, and get better the next day.
On your way to the Cup final, congratulations.
Thanks, Jack. Appreciate all your help.